Welcome to my channel. I am getting ready to start my sewing project continue my sewing project that I started in a previous video and didn't get done because I got sick. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting the strips for my ties for the chair. And I'm thinking, three, 1, 2, 3, which is right here from the edge. But I want to cut off that frayed part right there. Am I even, Steven? I'm just going to get rid of this edge. There we go. I'm not quilting, so it doesn't have to be El Perfecto, but I still want my cuts to be straight. So I want 1, 2, 3. That should be good. One, two, three. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So then what I want to do is I'm going to be folding it like this, like this, like that, and then I'll be folding it over to create my tie. So I need to get my iron and get that going. I feel like getting out my big steam iron, so I am using my little crafting iron, folding this towards the center, folding it to meet the other one. I have to do these first because I can't sew the cushion covers until I've got my ties made, because they have to get attached. Put a couple pins in here to keep it anchored. There we go. And then I will take it to the machine and sew it. Off camera, I went ahead and put my ties where they need to go. This is the bottom cushion, the round one. And I'm going to be sewing at a 1/2 inch seam allowance around. I put pins in where the opening is to put the cushion in so that I can sew that shut by hand later. So here we go. I'm glad I only have to sew one more of these. That was tough. I hope I did okay. Man, I'm sweating. All right, so what I'll be doing is I will be snipping around the edge, slicing into the seam so that it makes it easier for it to turn. and stay a circle. I'm not going to do that on camera. I'm stuffing it in here to see if it'll fit before I do any trimming of the edges. Just want to make sure that it's going to be the right size. It looked like it when I set the cushion on top of the thing. Oh, I don't even need to trim it, I don't think. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, trying to get it to tuck up right against the edge. And then what I'll do here is I will fold this over and I will hand stitch that closed. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be just fine. Sweet. Let's put it on the chair and see what it looks like. There we go. Yeah, looks nice. All right, I decided to sew the square one because I need a break from the circle. So I've marked where I need to have an opening. Right about here. Okay, so I'm just cutting little slits in the corners like that. Okay. I actually have to cut 4 more ties. I don't know why I thought I only needed 4 total for 2 chairs. That way when I go to sew the opening, it'll be easier because that'll have a crease in it. I'll do this with the circle too. I just didn't do it. I got to take the cushion back out of there and cut around and iron it and all that. So, okay, let me get the cushion. We can get her done. Unplug that iron. Trying to think if I've ever done cushions like this before. It's possible. Maybe. I think I have a long time ago somewhere. In a different life, maybe. I feel like I've lived a whole bunch of different lives in this one body, in this one time frame. Okay, now unfold it inside. I mean, I'm not talking on reincarnated or anything like that. Just feel like I've had so many crazy up and down situations in my life. I guess everybody has those. Some people get through life smoothly, but others have a rougher time of it. There. can just I'll whip stitch that shut. Let's put it on the chair and see how it looks. Okay. There it is. I don't have that one tied down, but that's what it'll, of course this will be a bow here. But there we are. There's my cushions. Decided to replace the centerpiece up here. I've had one the whole time. I just never got it put up there because the other one was there. So first thing I need to do is take a pair of scissors and cut this one off. I'm glad I don't have to take off the outer part to get this done. Just removed the clamps I have on this thing. Voila. Okay, well, it is what it is. At least there'll be shade. And then I will put the other two clamps. Do I have pockets in here? Yes. Clamp it this. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I am clamping the extra fabric on the big tent because it's too big and the other one's too small. But at least I've got some shade back up there. That's all that matters. Cool. All right, coming down. Yeah, sure. I'm not a spring chicken, so using that, brilliant. Earlier I climbed just up on the picnic table without this, and yeah, getting down was not the easiest task in the world. So there it is. That's how blue the outer tent was, but the sun has made it gray. I need to order a new outer tent, but for now it'll work. So I put those clamps right there just to hold that from being too big. I am at Walmart picking up a grocery order. Somebody took my padlock off of my shed. I went to get in there today to get a bucket out, and I thought I took the padlock off. You know how you just automatically do things? And when I take it off, I always set it on the top of the door where the 2x4 is, and then I take it off there and I put it back on. And I haven't locked it lately because there really isn't any reason to, but I went to get the padlock and it wasn't on top of the door, and it wasn't on the ground, and it wasn't inside the storage room, and I'm like, was it even there when I came out here to open the door? And I couldn't remember, but it's gone. I don't know what happened to it. Nothing's missing in the little storage area. It's under my fifth wheel. Hi.
For winter?
Yeah.
Perfect. And you just want it back here?
Yep.
All right.
I'll finish when she's done. So what prompted the buying anything was to get a new padlock. And I like the ones with combination, so I don't have to worry about a key and all that. So I ended up spending about $100 just to get a padlock. But there were other things that I needed too. So I am slowly pulling out of here. I'm going to ask this guy a question. I was asking this man who had a Walmart delivery sticker on his car, because I thought about doing that because I have all day to do nothing. And so I said, well, do you make much money? And he goes, no, not unless a person tips you really well. So like if he delivers something that is a 30-mile round trip, which is another small town close to where I live, it's $8 that he gets, and that's not worth it. So I guess it's $8 every time they do a trip. No matter how far you have to drive, yeah, I don't think so. So now I've got my answer. Nope, don't want to be doing that. So when I get back home, I will show you what I got at the store besides the panel. I'll start with the cold stuff first. I got my Vans gluten-free waffles and my gluten-free English muffins. 4 pounds of turkey for peanuts meals. I got some more of these toasted flatbread Italian herb crackers. They're yummy. Some more RV toilet paper, pretzel sticks to complement the hummus. Peanut was getting low on his treats, so I got him some more of these. And I picked up a can of pumpkin because when I make Peanut's food next time, I'm going to put pumpkin in it. Picked up some onion powder. If you watched my last video where I cooked, I said I was out of this, so I needed to get some more. I eat this with peanuts. I picked up some waterproof Band-Aids. And the reason for the shopping trip in the first place is a new combination lock for my outdoor storage unit. I had a $2 manufacturer coupon on the Tide Free and Gentle, but you had to buy 2. And I figure why not? It brought it down to $4.44 a bottle. So it's $8.88 for 2 bottles, and it does 25 loads. But for me, that's way more because I use like half of what it calls for because I have a small washer. So I get about 50 loads. So it's about 100 loads right here for $8.88, which isn't bad. And lastly, I bought some more of this spruce. This is 30 bucks. Weed killer. It's weed and grass killer. I applied it to my front yard where the weeds are, and it took out some, but not all. I want them all gone. So I'm going to just saturate the living daylights out of them with this. It does kill. I must not have sprayed it well enough to get the other ones dead. So I bought some more of this. That's the reason for the really expensive grocery bill. That's my haul, everybody. Thank you. And I'm in a dress. This one I got at Walmart. I got the cushions all done for my table. So I wanted to show you the finished product. It looks really cute. So there we are. I'm going to end the video with this. I hope you enjoyed my little project and putting my new little centerpiece on my awning. Part of it had to be cut out because the volume or the audio on the recording was real muffled, and I don't know why, so I had to cut that out. So it sounds like I'm coming in in the middle of a sentence. It's because I was. So that was when I was doing the awning. But yeah, I got them done, and they just look adorable. And then I cut a piece of fabric to put over the top of my lamp. Thank you for watching. Give a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.